Hello everyone, we're back with some mid-game Lords of the Fallen invasions. Currently this build is around the 45-50 at the start of this one, and it is a quality build, so strength and agility, and the weapons that I'm running with and at this point are Fitzroy's sword and the serrated polearm, and it has been a blast playing this game. Currently, I'm in late game, and I've got a bit of a preview for you at the end. But invasions and playing through this have just been an absolute blast, and I've been enjoying it a ton. And also, thank you so much for all the engagement on the last video. Um, I hope that you guys I hope that means you guys want to see more Lords of the Fallen, because I've got plenty more invasions as they come along here. Um, but yeah, all it has been very interesting learning like all the differences, and one very useful thing that I noticed is like each weapon class kind of like I think there are three weapon weights. I would say I'm probably incorrect, but it feels like that there are three weapon weights, and if you go up one weapon weight, if you are two-handing or power stance, it depends on which, you have enough hyper armor or poise to burst, like to power through like weapons of a lower class. Maybe daggers are like the smallest ones, so like they're the lightest. But like if your opponent is like one-handing a short sword, if you're power stancing a long sword and a polearm, you can have enough hyper armor to continue through an attack, or grand weapons, as you'll see in this one, have a ton of hyper armor and kind of just power through anything that's not a grand weapon. However, they're a lot slower, and not that I'm amazing at it at this point currently, or especially during these invasions at mid-level, they're a lot easier to perfect guard in order to posture break someone and get a riposte, which is a tremendous source of damage. Um, yeah, like I said, I've been enjoying the PvE so far, and I've been enjoying PvP so far. The map, like the journey feels relatively similar to, like, more similar to Dark Souls 1, with like shortcuts, turnbacks, and also like setting up little and other like setup stuff, so for progressing, and like with keys and like not like egregious backtracking, but like exploring once you have like a key to open some things up to go to a different part of an area. So it's been real very fun and a nice change of pace. So to keep things fun, I am just kind of focusing on like some just really fun highlight invasions. Today at I'd say like late game stuff, I ended up having a 2-hour invasion around two guys who kind of refused to go through a gate with their lantern. It was very fun, and I was also able to like, fun is a strange thing, but it was enjoyable, and I learned a lot about some of the equipment while I was testing things out. Poison clouds can go through floors and walls from the I forget what it is. It's next to the snake oil grenade, but it's not. But it's like the fog cloud grenade is really good in that. I learned more about the this guy gets a point up because he fought hard and was really cool. Um, and and then before I keep chatting about this, I want to point out that this is a part one of two leading up to the lamp lamp pole. And this, I don't know that I was there, but is actually the the final area of the game. I just thought it was Calrath. Um, But yeah, this is a light roll radiance build that I'm fighting. Um, yeah, so they, as you can see, there's smite build up. They're very fast, and I think two-handing the short sword is like enough poise damage that it like some of them can at least go through, but the reach is really nice with the long sword and saw polearm, both of which have innate bleed build up. What was I saying? But yeah, so sometimes you still get like with any invasion game, there are like it, you get good with the bad. If sometimes you just get like a crummy connection, a crummy area where the enemies are already all dead, and it's just two dudes hiding behind a gate, not realize like refusing to in spirit, I did not win that invasion, but in spirit I won because I did not walk through the gate to go die. Um, but and then sometimes you just get chill people. You get cool like there's um like I know that a lot of the weapons kind of like feel like you can like with like the different weapon weight systems, but it seems like that there's just it's probably just because it's new that I'm just enjoying all of the variety and learning all the different stuff. But there is there's a ton to try, and I know that with spells it's gonna be a whole lot. Because right now I'm using the I'm using throwables right now, but later I have and I'll show in the very final invasion, Dervla's crossbow. So I've been like, even just like the range options are just the variety is so cool that there's a lot you can do to make it feel different and unique. Um, and now we are in part two, which is going to end with this poor host being probably very frustrated with me. um, because I haven't been to this area yet because this is the last area in the game, and I just haven't. I forget where I was, but I certainly just thought this was like lower Calrath, and I'm like, how do I get here to all of the lava? And I was just very confused. Um, but the enemies here are substantial stuff, and being in Umbral is like a plus minus, but I think it's a plus because the Scarlet you have the Scarlet Shadow or the Red Reaper like kind of as a timer and backup, which I think is really neat for PvP. Um, but yeah, there are some minor things like I wished some of the merchants would stay around, like where you can just like buy like the cures for stuff, because it'd be really nice to just because like I know like you can buy a few like respec items, and theoretically like so you can build up build up like a build and get your stuff and then like respec and do like a different class and test out a different class at higher level. And I think like I'm gonna have it like stop around like 100 110 maybe, depending on for levels like once everything's finished. But right now it's like it's just health, stamina, and strength and agility. And it it is nice like with even if you're not necessarily level at like I think like strength I think is somewhat required for like the majority of the grand weapons, which are the biggest ones, which makes sense that they require some strength, but they're like there are some that require a good amount of radiance or inferno as well, so there's just a huge variety. um like I'm just having fun. And but yeah, like understanding a little bit more of like the hyper armor and like what I can, at least with the longsword polearm or double longsword stuff, it absolutely helps and makes things a little bit more enjoyable. And understanding like the defense and parry stuff is like perfect guards is very is important. Like it is like it's not perfect, but with a little patience, like I've just been having a very good time. And as you can see, there's a very nice pit here. And although I don't have rejection, I have a lamp, and apparently lamps are pretty darn good at ledging. So as you can see, I've run out of room. I've run out of enemies. They've defeated like the extra strong one, but I've got that lamp. So it's, like I said, dude, it has been really fun learning how to use the terrain and getting better at all. It, it's just like getting the feel for it. And honestly, like 1v1s, especially because of like the Umbral having it be like potentially be like 2 rounds. 1v1s in this game are just sick, and I really really love the change of pace to just like have it like take a little bit longer, and like going for like the posture meter stuff. It's like it it's it slows it down a little bit, and it feels a little bit less swingy than Elden Ring. And I can appreciate that, because like when I win a 1v1, it feels like I generally did a lot of like really really good, like it just it feels less like 1 or 2 seconds, like 1 or 2 seconds can change the tide of a fight, but it doesn't feel as swingy as Elden Ring. And now here, as you can see, like this is just I will continue with like more of the present high level invasions, kind of like leaving things off and again like semi chronological. But this was just from me invading tonight, and I really want to say thank you for all the support and jumping in. Like I know Night Rain just came out, but I'm just like, well, I'm having fun here, and I was busy working on my Fire Emblem chapter hack. So here we go. So oh yeah, Derva's crossbow. Amazing. I love it. It does a ton of posture damage with the thorn bolts. I forget. I think they're called twisted bolts. And the setup I have is the amulet I have pendant. Um, Whenever I dodge, it reloads my crossbow, and then I have one that says like, my crossbow bolts take less ammo because it eats 3 shots per time, so it goes through ammo real fast. But because I have a lot of health and stamina, I have a lot of crossbow shots, and I lasted long enough and pulled these guys away from the vestige so that the Red Reaper is here for the end. But yeah, again, thank you. I hope you're enjoying these. Because I've got plenty more, and then like that's just like with this particular playthrough, and then there's so much more to try with like Inferno, Radiance, and Umbral builds, or even just like different types of status strength builds. So thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for your time. And if because I put a lot of work into it, if you want a slightly different change of pace of videos and wanted to see what I've been working on, please do check out the Fire Emblem chapter hack. I think I did a very very nice job with the narrative. But if that's not your thing, that's okay. I still hope you have an amazing day, and then I'll catch you in the next video. See ya!